I'm Jerry Keelan. I'm from the New Jersey Housing and Mortgage Finance Agency, which is the agency that normally does loans for first-time home buyers and people buying in urban target areas who are not necessarily first-time home buyers. But lately, we've been with an astute group of housing professionals, counselors, and even the director of the Department of Banking in the state of New Jersey, doing duty, trying to explain what the best options are, or what some of the options are for those of you facing problems because of loans that maybe were bad loans to be in the first place. So I really enjoyed hearing the questions, and I think it's great when you get the chance to ask questions of the director of the Department of Housing in the state of New Jersey for Department of Banking and Industry. And I know you have a lot of questions, and we've been here for quite a while, and I thank you for your patience. So I'm going to be very brief. Our agency has first-time home buyer information available. I can talk to you outside about that. There were a couple people who raised hands who have an interest in that. Stuart Mendez from HUD mentioned reverse mortgage as a possible way to resolve some issues with credit by getting rid of the old loan and for the senior citizens at least to stay in their homes. And sorry about that. Is that better? Okay. I'm not going to start over again. But the point I was going to make, that when Stuart Mendez from HUD FHA said that reverse mortgage can be a good product, the state of New Jersey has endorsed that for about 11 years. And the reason that you would want to find out more about that from New Jersey Housing and Mortgage Finance Agency is because we offer it cheaper than anybody else who does it in the private market. Same product, but a lot cheaper. What I do want to tell you, the one thing I want to leave you with is this idea. The counseling agencies are really ready to go to help. They've been trained in foreclosure. They've been doing this. They've been contacting servicing agents, and they know how to go about resolving issues if they can be resolved. And Penny Meredith indicated that sometimes they can, and sometimes it's more difficult, but with a lot of hard work and cooperation from the lending industry, it can happen. So what we would like to do at Housing and Mortgage Finance Agency is to help that process along. And the way we're going to attempt to do that is by offering funds to make the transactions that can be negotiated work. Sometimes what it takes is money just to modify a mortgage or do some recording. Sometimes there are some loan payments that have been missed. There are arrearages that need to be caught up. Sometimes there are prepayment penalties associated with these loans. Sometimes you just need to refinance, and there are costs involved in doing that. So the Department of Community Affairs and the state legislature have dedicated some significant dollars to that effort, and we will be making that money available through our partners, the counseling agencies. We're asking the counseling agencies to work with you, work out the best deal that they can to get your loan modified, if they can, to get you out of that deal in some other way, if they can. And what we will be able to do is come in with some cash to help that happen, sort of to grease the skids to make it happen. Unfortunately, I don't have the program information with me because the program hasn't been announced yet. However, what I do have is my red book with me, which I carry around because I'm getting a little older and I can't remember anything, so I write it all in my book. So what I'd like for you to do, if you think this is something that might be helpful to you, and I guess a lot of people are interested in dealing with their mortgage issues, see me. I'll be sitting at the table in the back. It says Housing and Mortgage Finance Agency on the wall, and I will write your name, or actually you can write your name in my red book, and we will send you the information about the program, a little fact sheet, a brochure with a list of all of the counseling agencies that have signed up with us to provide you with the service that they can, and also to work with us so that we can get the money from the state into your deal so you can stay in your home. I just want to say it's not free money. It will be a loan on the house, but it will not have to be paid back until such time as you sell the house or you cash out refinance. The other thing is, it's not temporary money. There has to be some kind of a workable solution so that we know that in 4 or 5 or 6 months you won't be back in the same situation. Not just to kind of pay the lender to stay in for a couple of extra months and then be forced out by foreclosure. So the counselors will be looking very closely at that, and it should be a good program. It's also available not just for the people who have issues with subprime or adjustable rates or payment options or interest only or all those terrible things that we've heard a lot about tonight. It's also for people who've lost their job or become ill, haven't been able to make their payments, sort of the traditional reasons why people fall behind in their mortgages. So my boss, the executive director of our agency, actually calling it the catch-up program, because a lot of the money we think will be used to help people who have had a misfortune or unfortunately got put into a mortgage that was really not a very good one for them to be in the first place, will be able to pay their arrears and sort of catch up. So that's what I wanted to say tonight, and I'm going to turn it back to Susan. I guess she'll direct us out to the tables, and we've got a little bit of time, so please ask your questions. You had great questions, and I just sometimes wish we could answer questions all night, but that's why we'll be sitting at the table. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Jerry. I feel privileged. We know information before everybody else does. So it was a good cleanup hitter here. Anyway, I want to thank all of the panelists. It's hard for them. They work all day. They come out at night to try to share this information, and they've been going on the road a lot to do this. So we really do appreciate their presence and all the information that they've shared with us. I know I learned a lot. I hope you did.